Hello, welcome to the Back of the Net Big Match Preview. My name's Sam Davis.
My name's Tom Jordan.
This weekend, we're travelling to Anfield. Good memories, great memories. I think I might have PTSD.
God, mate, honestly, I've definitely got trauma from last season. I can't, we'll go into the game, but I just can't. Every time I'm trying to think positively, my head just goes, I'm going to lose by at least 5, aren't I? Like, I just can't, that game was enough to give you a bit of trauma.
Well, for Bournemouth fans, there's a good reason why there's a fast forward function on YouTube. Click it now, because for Liverpool fans, you'll gorge on this. This was what happened on our last trip. Stephen, what's your prediction?
5-0 Liverpool, no. I think we could scrape something here.
Already! Started 3 minutes past 3! Van Even got down in 2!
That was tough, wasn't it? Did you think it almost got to a stage where, you don't normally get like that, but it got to a stage where it was just laughable?
Yeah.
And it was almost comical. And I remember cheering the players off, and it was obviously early in the season, last season, but it was absolute chaos, wasn't it? But Southampton proved it as well. You lose 9-0, you stay up.
It was almost like every shot they had, every time they went forward, you were just expecting a goal. And their fans were expecting a goal as well, because the celebrations got more and more muted the more it went on.
Yeah, it did. And I believe the first game they drew, didn't they, against Fulham? And everyone was kind of like, oh, a Liverpool right. And then they went at 1-9-0. And now they've just drawn the first game and everyone's saying, what, oh, a Liverpool right. It's just too many flashbacks for me. Too many flashbacks. But surely lightning don't strike twice.
Well, when you look at the league table though, mate, check it out. We're ahead of them. Like you said, they drew 1-1 in their first game against Chelsea. They're 12th, we're 10th. Yes, it might be alphabetical order, but we're absolutely going to take it. But look, let's talk about Liverpool. What did you make of that 1-1 against Chelsea? Because for me, at the time, it seemed like there were a couple of sides that are lacking a holding midfielder. Chelsea have made waves in the transfer market. Liverpool are on the verge of it. If not, it's been done already. However, that game was harum-scarum, wasn't it? And you know what? They only had one shot on goal, Liverpool.
Did they?
I mean, they hit the post.
Yeah.
They had that disallowed one as well. Yeah. But
both teams.
They started off well, but then Chelsea got right back into it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it was, for the neutrals, a really good watch, because it was two teams that, as you say, are missing that kind of enforcer in front of the back four, that defensive midfield player. So it allowed the game to be really open and two teams going for it. I thought James and Chilwell for Chelsea caused a lot of problems as wing-backs. But yeah, it was kind of end-to-end. And then I felt second half Chelsea were the team more in the ascendancy. And a draw was probably fair, but I think if anyone edged it, probably was Chelsea. But Liverpool know where they're at and they know what they need and know they're not quite right. And they still managed to go to Chelsea and not lose. And Chelsea have got some good players. I think from their point of view, they know they need defensive midfield players, and the two that they wanted the most decided to go to Chelsea, which means they're probably going down their list and they're not going to get someone that they particularly was their first choice. And that never sits great, I don't think, and it automatically puts pressure on this lad that is probably not to the calibre of your Caicedo, of your Lavio, or Fabinho, who they've lost, and Henderson. So yeah, a little bit of a, I don't say rebuild, but they're having to mix things up, aren't they, in that midfield, because McAllister and Szoboszlai, I think I've done that all right.
You've done it right.
they're new as it is. So they've got to, you've got to give them time to settle. So, yeah, difficult for them, but equally, they've got a lot of quality on the pitch, mate. So they'll still be expecting to win this one.
They will be. So they were linked with, as you say, the two names you mentioned earlier, but also Doucouré. They've been linked with Amrabat, Paulinho, Thuram as well. But Wataru Endo, I think he's at Stuttgart, holding midfielder, and he's captain for Japan, and he looks set to be joining Liverpool. I think, actually, for Stuttgart, he scored a last-minute goal to keep him in the league.
Oh, okay.
Either last season or season before that. So he's not their man that they particularly want. He's not their first choice, but he comes at a snip compared to the sort of money that Caicedo went for. So they're being a little bit more astute. But it seems to be, and I said this to John Gibbons from the Anfield Wrap yesterday on our opposition preview show, if you haven't watched it already, I sort of said, are Liverpool losing their appeal?
A little bit, I think. It's weird, isn't it? Because historically, and they're a massive football club. They've done well in recent times, don't get me wrong, but it does feel a little bit now like these youngsters coming through, they're going, London's always an attraction anyway, especially for foreign players, but they're looking at it and going, I'd rather go City or Chelsea, and I don't know why that is, but it does seem to be the case at the moment. But yeah, you never know. I think he could end up being a really good player for Endo if he comes in, and if you're ever going to get a manager to kind of get the best out of someone, it will be someone like Jurgen Klopp. But it does at the moment stink a little bit of, do you remember when, obviously we had Nat Phillips for a bit and he come into the side, they had real problems at the back and they brought in Kabak.
Yeah.
From, it might have been Schalke, I think, but one of the lower teams in Bundesliga, and it was just a stopgap and it wasn't what they wanted. It feels a little bit like that. Because they started the window well. Szoboszlai, McAllister, I thought, there's some big signings, but they didn't anticipate losing all of Milner, Henderson and Fabinho. I think they would have expected to keep at least one of them. So a little bit strange for them at the moment, but they have still got a lot of quality. They have still got, let's not forget that. I know they're lacking in a few areas, but the options they've got in them front three positions in particular, they've got loads of them, mate, and they have got a lot of quality, and they'll be competing for that top four for me, definitely.
They certainly will be. So last time 9-0, is it a weird statement to say that if we lose 8-0, it's an improvement on last season? You said that off air. It's all about progress.
All about progress and being competitive.
How do you think we'll attack this though? Because it's so interesting. I said to John yesterday, like, we could go one or two ways. Teams often turn up to Anfield and they try to park the bus, and arguably that's maybe a better way to get points. But will Andoni Iraola sacrifice his style? I can't see it. We might get punished more as a result of it, but he's the kind of manager that went to Barcelona, and got wins. Real Madrid, he got a result against them as well. So it seems like he's not someone that's going to, bow down to Liverpool's greatness. Yeah,
I don't think he's one to go away from his philosophy and style either. So I think he will look at it and go, look, we're not expected to win. We probably won't win like this, but this is the way I want us to play. And we'll learn lessons from this, and etc. I think what we got to remember is we went to Liverpool last season and parked the bus, and we lost 9-0. And we did not go for it by any stretch. It wasn't this game that we went for it and got caught every time. It really wasn't. We didn't attack and we lost 9-0. So, yeah, I think we'll try and have a go. I think Chelsea obviously did as you'd expect and had some joy, but they got caught all the time. I think it will be a bit basketball matchy, and if you've got to choose which team's going to be more clinical, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But who knows, mate? Stranger things have happened. You never know. It's probably not the worst time to play them either. You just got to, we nearly did it. I remember at Arsenal last season, we were flying. Obviously, we ended up losing the game, but I remember going into that thinking, this could be, they could hammer us here. You get an early goal, and just anything can happen. Anything can happen, and I think...
And that's the thing, it depends how they react at the moment. Course. And, for them, it could go one of the two ways as well, of course, remember. Because, but like you said at the start, we always seem to play them at a time where they need a reaction.
I know, it does feel like that.
And interestingly though, the last time we got a result against them, obviously that was at Dean Court. That was when they'd just beaten Man United 7-0. So football, it's so weird.
It is weird, it is. And I remember, weirdly, going into that game, really positive, thinking, I think we can... It's just weird how it works, isn't it? But I think everyone felt like, you never know, which seems weird after you lose a 9-0 to them. But obviously, we were a different team at the time, and you knew you could kind of counter on them a little bit. But yeah, mate, it's going to be a really tough game. Whatever form they're in, whenever you play them, the calibre and quality of players they've got means that when you rock up to Anfield, it's going to be a really tall ask to get anything. And that will remain the same. I think I've seen us get a draw there once.
Yep.
Apart from that, I've always left there miserable as well. Always.
Yeah, a draw. Who
2-2.
scored for us? Can you remember?
Benicophobe.
He got the opener, didn't he?
Jorginho Wijnaldum done a short back pass.
Yes.
And he got in. Then they went 2-1 up, and then late Josh King, I think.
Correct, on the turn.
Yeah, and it was a game where they were 2-1 up, and you thought they'll just get a third in a minute. And then we just randomly got one near the end. I do remember that one. That was
We got 4 points off from that season.
Yeah, we did, you're right.
Brilliant.
And that was the save from Artur Boric in that game, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Klein.
Klein.
Oh, what a save that was over the bar. But yeah, apart from that, I've always left there just miserable. And I'm honestly, and it's no disrespect to Liverpool, because as we know, it's a nice place to go in terms of, pub beforehand, all the people there and all good fun. But because of what it's normally like on the pitch, I'm normally like, let's just get rid of this game. Let's just get rid of this game. So I'm kind of glad, first one, get out of the way.
Get it over and done with.
God.
Well, yeah, we saw our head-to-head record. It's not particularly great. Winning 0, drawing 1, losing 5. But in all competitions, look, it's a little bit better. 1-2, drawn 3, lost 14. Should we do team news?
Ooh.
Well, for Liverpool on the injury front, I know that Thiago Alcantara and also Bajetic.
That's not bad. I think it's Bajetic. I think so, yeah.
I never know how to pronounce it. I always see that name,
Yeah,
but
difficult one.
they've both got groin injuries.
Yeah.
So they're likely to be out. Oh, by the way, did you know that Andoni Iraola had his press conference this lunchtime? Yeah. There's the team news at the bottom of the screen there. Look, we were hoping that some players have come back. It confirms all the news you need to know at the bottom of the screen. And I'm really interested to see how this plays out in terms of the team that you select later on today, mate. Do you think we will be massively changed based on that team news?
I don't really.
No.
I think as well that he's obviously, yes, we need some more players back and maybe some more bodies in the window. And I think there were good signs in that opening game, and I think he won't want to disrupt too much and think, let's get this pattern of play going. They've had their first competitive game in this way, and let's see how it goes. But yeah, it's I don't think you're going to throw too many people in the deep end at Anfield either. And I think we are still in a spell where this game, then we've got Tottenham at home and then the cup game. I think them games will be kind of feeling stuff out, and then it feels like we'll get more bodies back and we'll start shaping up and seeing how we want to go. But yeah, they'd have been working all week ahead of this game, so I don't think there'll be too many massive changes or anything.
No, so obviously the sort of long-term injuries, of course, remain. Fredericks, Tavernier, Ouattara that was seen in a boot, and we know about Smith, Cook, Kelly, Scott, etc.
Yeah.
We know that, of course, Max Aarons and Marcus Senesi both went off with cramp, but they should be okay. And
some of them, I think it will be that first international break, and after the Swansea game, we'll see a bunch of these all closer to fitness, which is good, and then we can really kick on. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough few games, I think, but see how we go.
Right, this is for Bournemouth fans. All right, this is Tom's Liverpool player to watch. If you're a Bournemouth fan, I mean, you could say your classics.
Yeah.
It's up to you on this. Who's your player that you think, you know what?
Yeah.
Look out for him.
Yeah, I'm going to go somewhat against grain because it's too easy to say Salah, too easy to say Trent. So I'm going to go for Luis Diaz. Against Chelsea, I thought he was lively, obviously got the goal. And I just think people are forgetting him because of his injury last season. Didn't get much game time, but I think he's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
Really, really do. I think he was brought in really to kind of replace Mane, and then he got the injury. And don't get me wrong, they've got loads of players that are good at that top end of the pitch, but I think he's one that's got a bit about him. He can take players on and go either side. And I think he's going to be really, really dangerous. If he plays off that left side, potentially, then that'll be a real... I think both them sides, you've got Salah and Diaz, that's going to be a real test for our two new fullbacks. Real test for them. But yeah, I'm going to go Luis Diaz. There's a reason why he's the Liverpool player that I got in my fantasy team, mate. Went for Luis Diaz. Done well for me first week, so hopefully he doesn't do as well this time.
And for Liverpool, who should their fans be looking out for in a red and black? Oh no, it's going to be blue, isn't it? We're playing in blue. In a blue wavy 9 out of 10 shirt. That's what I rated it.
What should I go with for them to look out on? Because they should know a little bit about Slanky because he's been there. I think my go-to is like Billy and scoring from midfield. I think they got to look out for Joe Rothwell, because of what we've been saying in that midfield area so they're going to be looking at it and going, if we don't win this game against Bournemouth, it's because we're not good enough in midfield. Well, that will be, the player that Liverpool fans that we're currently playing in that kind of deeper role is Joe Rothwell because of injuries and not getting a body through the door. And he had a fantastic game against West Ham.
Really well.
So I think if we were to surprise everyone and get something out of this game, then it'll be because we've won that battle in midfield, and Joe Rothwell will be a big part of that. So if he could play like he did against West Ham, against this calibre of opposition, then we've got a player there that suddenly we realise can do that job very, very well. So I think that's one for them to watch because they won't know too much about him, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, if he can have a good game against that midfield, then we're in with a better shout anyway.
Do you want to know who the ref is?
Not really.
It's Thomas Bramall.
Good name.
We had him at home last against Brentford in a boring...
Oh, when we should have got a penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Disgrace.
Right, let's do the teams. Come on. Right, we're going to rattle on through these then. We're going to get started with Liverpool, and you seem to have a 4-3-3 formation in front of you there, Tom.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. As expected, kind of, obviously Alisson in goal. Back four, right to left, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. Can't see that changing, to be honest, mate. I'm going to make a couple of changes for that Chelsea game because it was so evident of how they struggled in that midfield. I think Curtis Jones might be given a shout.
Good player.
Yeah, and I think he'd done really well in the under-21s, and I wonder if they'll think, they won't be disrespectful to us, but they'll think, if he can do that role, the sort of game against Bournemouth at home is a game where he can really get a feel for things. So I think he'll probably play in there a little bit deeper, and they'll have McAllister and Szoboszlai either side. Then I think they'll keep Salah on the right, Diaz on the left, but I think Núñez might come in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like, a player that still got that, I think they all like him and they feel like there's potential there, but it ain't quite kicked on yet, and I wonder if they think this is a good opportunity for him to play at home against Bournemouth. He's going to get opportunities probably. He might be able to get off get his first goal of the season. So yeah, I've left that. I mean, it shows the quality of their squad still, mate, because the two I've taken out are Gakpo and Jota. Yeah. And they could easily play. They're both quality players. I just think they might trial that one, so I'm going to take a punt and say 2 changes. All
right, for Bournemouth then, looks like a 4-2-3-1 in front of us.
Yep, pretty much, mate. I'm going to go Neto, obviously, in goal. Yeah. Back four, really pleased to see Aaron start his first game, and I think he'll continue. Zabani will definitely be in there, and then I reckon Celesi will be fine to partner him again, and then we'll keep Kirkez at left back. Going to continue with Joe Rothwell. It's probably the deepest, but Billing will be a little bit deeper alongside him, with Christie a little bit more advanced in that kind of 10 role, if you like. Brooks off the right, Solanke definitely through the middle. The one that's a little bit, I'm not sure, is on that left-hand side, because Jayden didn't have a good game. But I feel like he's going to stick with the same team. And he's going to play Jayden there, give him another opportunity.
Not Kluivert?
No, I think you'd be tempted to, because as I said, Jayden didn't have one of his best games, but I don't think one game he's just going to throw him out. And really, if you're thinking of a game where you need a winger that's going to work on help as fullback,
true.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh God,
you can look at it in two ways. You could say Trent's going to bomb on, so do you want like a Kluivert because he could get in the gaps, or you go, do we need to be a little bit safer and help Kirkez? I'm just going to go unchanged, but wouldn't surprise me if there's a couple in there for both sides, but I'm going to stick with unchanged for now.
If you're part of our Super 6 League, don't forget to do your predictions. I got 14 points.
You've done well, mate.
I did 14 points. Got 2 correct results.
Very good.
2 correct outcomes. Pleased with that. Tom has put his Premier League predictions here at the bottom of the screen. What do you think of them? Do you think they look okay? The one that I'm into, there it goes. The Bournemouth one. Tom, if anyone didn't catch that, go on, tell them what you think it's going to go.
Right, let's just take the word think out, because PTSD from last season, we've talked about it enough. I'm terrified of this football match. Yeah. I'm terrified of Anfield away as a Bournemouth fan. But I'm not manifesting that.
All right.
I manifest positivity. It's the start of a new era, start of a new season. We haven't even lost a football match yet, right? We're unbeaten. I think, but they will get in. They will score goals. But so will we, right? Match of the day, we're going to be first on, because it's going to be an absolute thriller of a 3-3 draw. 3-3 draw. We're getting out there with a point. We'll get home. Happy days.
Happy days. What am I going to go for? I'm going to go for a 2-1 loss. Right. A 2-1 loss. And that's probably...
That's still generous, isn't it?
No, mate. Actually, 3-1.
Oh, okay.
3-1. 3-1 loss.
Should we end the video before it ends up at 5-1?
Look, if you're brand new, if you're a Liverpool fan to the channel, by the way, you're lovely people. We really enjoyed, not the game, but everything around it. Chat some really lovely fans in the pub beforehand. So if we see you in the pub, then, come say hello. We'll come and say hello to you and put it on the vlog. We do our fan cabs. Now, we didn't last time out of respect for the Bournemouth fan base.
That was we were like, we just can't try and get views off this game. We just want to get home. It was
being we can't, because we know that video would have done well, and that would have it would have earned us a little bit for our YouTube channel. But
I couldn't go for it.
You know what? It's not worth it. I'm not making money out of that performance. Not that the YouTube channel earns much anyway. But we then did the match day vlog. We'll be doing that again, and then we'll also have a review show on the Monday as well. Plus an away day review show as well. That'll be coming on the following Wednesday, where we'll review the people, review the facilities, review the hospitality, review how much it costs between Monday and Wednesday. A Premier League show that did really well last time.
Yeah, that was good, mate. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was a good first weekend of action, wasn't it? And looking forward to bringing the away day show back. If you all saw it last year, we done a few little tweaks, and we got to try and keep it fresh, mate. Keep it fresh.
Box
but
fresh.
it's I do enjoy doing them. So see how they fare.
See you at Anfield. We can't wait. Safe driving. Happy days. Come on, you Reds!
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so scared. Don't want to go.
3-3.
It's not going to be 3-3. Fucking hell.